Welcome to Vlogmas, day 1. Can you believe it's Thursday the 1st of December already? Where has this year gone? It's absolutely flown by. But so excited, I love Christmas. If you watched my Vlogmas from last year, you'll know that I'm as giddy as a kipper and that Christmas is my favourite time of year. I love nothing better than wearing my jumpers, pulling on a woolly hat and going for a walk out in the fresh air. So yeah, this is definitely my season. Right, this year I do not have a chocolate advent calendar. However, I do have 2 craft related calendars. I have my own Mrs. G Makes stitch marker advent calendar that I'll share with you each day, and I had a surprise yesterday. One of my sisters came to visit and I have reason to believe that there may be another advent calendar for me to open. Not really quite sure. She was very vague about the content, so it's going to be a surprise for me and you when I open it. So without further ado, let's get stuck in. Where shall I start? Look how good I've been. I kept this one, it arrived weeks ago. It's from Beyond the Pink Door, and it's a sewing advent calendar. And I thought, if I take the outer wrapper off, I'm just going to be too tempted to peep. So by keeping the mailing bag on, I put it away in my office and I've just ignored it. So pretty proud of myself for not having sneaked a peek. Oh, look at that. Isn't that a gorgeous box? Absolutely gorgeous. Very traditional VW camper van, all loaded up for Christmas there. Take the label off. So last year I watched Michelle, the sewing bunny on YouTube, and Ruanne, who is the Yorkshire Sew Girl. I watched them both undoing the Beyond the Pink Door advent last year, and it was so amazing. I had serious advent calendar envy, so I didn't want to miss out this year. There we go. So opening it up, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Lovely postcard from Beyond the Pink Door there. And on the back it says, Happy Holidays, let us sew, let us sew, let us sew. Wishing you a December to remember from Andrea, Keris and Caroline. That's nice, isn't it? So I'll pop that up on the window somewhere. Be nice and festive. Rustling of tissue paper, obviously, and then we're in. Look at all these gorgeously wrapped parcels. Ooh. I'm gonna have a rummage and look for number 1. Oh, it smells nice as I'm moving all of these parcels. Oh. Yep, that's number 1. Pop that there. See there, number 1. I'm just going to lift the camera up. It seems to have drooped slightly. How does that look? We'll give that a try. So number 1, there we go. I can't tell if this is a scented one or not. Oh, day one is some sewing labels from Little Rosy Cheeks. I've never had any of her labels. Let's see. Oh, there's quite a few. There's still one in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 labels. Probably says that on the back somewhere. 6 labels, and they all say gorgeous. So that's going to look great, isn't it? In the next time I make something, an item of clothing, I can pop that on there. And every time I wear it, it can be an affirmation to me, can't it? Because we all need to love ourselves a little bit more, I think. So I'm really, really pleased with that. It's funny because somebody did say to me the other day, Mrs. G, is that G for gorgeous? So, you know, maybe that's what I'll be from now on, Mrs. Gorgeous. Love that. Day one, really, really happy with that. Thank you, Andrea. Pop that. Well, in fact, I don't need to keep the bag. I'll pop that in there. Super duper. Right. So let's see what my sister has been up to. So a little something different this year, Amanda, for your Christmas present. Hope you enjoy. So there's another parcel in there, but I think I'll be saving that one. So let's have a look. Beautifully wrapped. Just like Christmas morning, isn't it? It's an English tea shop advent calendar. Now my sister's a bit worried that she's made a mistake because she asked me if I liked fruit teas, and I said yes, I love fruit teas. I'm not particularly a tea drinker other than fruit teas, and she thinks that she's made a mistake with this, but I don't think so, because all these different flavours that are in here, you know, there's festive spice, winter warmer, gingerbread treat. And I saw, again, I saw Michelle from the Sewing Bunny again. Last year she had a tea one, not this particular make, but she had a tea advent calendar. And I really liked the sound of all the different teas that she got to try. So I'm looking forward to it. Even though I don't normally drink tea, I'm going to be giving these a try each day. Who knows, I could be a tea convert. Oh, this is really pretty. Really pretty, look at that. Right, let's find number 1. Ooh. So how do you know? Oh, there it says it on there. So this one is called Irish Holiday. Let's see what it says on the back here. So it is a black tea with ginger, rooibos and cinnamon. And it suggests that you brew for 4 to 5 minutes. So I think that will be my 11's cup of tea today. Thank you, Suzanne. This is going to be lovely. I've never had a tea advent before, and it's going to be a lot of fun opening that. So pop that back in there. Right, so that's that one. Now we're going to do my Mrs. G advent. So everybody who signed up to my Mrs. G Makes Advent calendar received a parcel that contained this tin, and tied with string on top was a paper bag, and that contained 2 window sucky hooks, some wooden pegs, and some Christmas string in either red and white or green and white. And that's so that you can choose how to display your advent calendar. You could attach it to windows using the suckers and have it on a long string and hang little envelopes with the pegs. Or as I've done, I've popped it on my piano. I just opened the lid and slotted the string at each corner of the piano and hung it that way. Or of course, you could just leave all the envelopes in the tin and, a bit like I've done with the Beyond the Pink Door, just rummage around each day for the relevant number. So don't worry if you haven't got space to hang it, because you know it's quite a long piece of string that you need to hang all 25 envelopes. So I'll show you the stitch marker for day 1. So look at that gorgeous bear. It's blue, sort of iridescent. You can see the sparkle there. Much like a gummy bear. Dear. Survives being dropped onto a glass table. So yeah, so that's today's stitch marker. As soon as I saw this charm, I knew that it had to take pride of place day 1 for the Mrs. G Makes Advent calendar. To me, that sparkle, it screams Christmas, doesn't it? It absolutely does. So yeah, day 1. And I'm going to go and hang that on a small miniature Christmas tree that I've got. And that's where I'll be putting all 24 stitch markers. If you've got one of my calendars, do share how you are displaying yours. Each year, I absolutely love seeing how inventive you are with the way you display them. Some people have crocheted miniature Christmas trees and have attached the charms or stitch markers onto the Christmas tree, and then of course it looks like you've got a decorated tree by the end of or by the time Christmas Day arrives. So that, I think that's one of my favourite ways that I've seen. Others have done a mandala and displayed them on there. And of course in my shop I sell the stitch marker bracelets, which they're not designed for to wear as a bracelet with the charms attached all the time. They're there, it's a silver plated bracelet, so when you're in the middle of crocheting you can just pop stitch markers onto your bracelets so you've got them to hand when you're doing your project. And then of course when you put your project away, please remember to take your charms off your bracelet, because, you know, like I say, they're not designed to be worn like that, and they could easily break. Right, now I do have another advent calendar, but it's not arrived yet. It's my own fault. It was a very last minute purchase at the weekend when I saw that Cuddlebum Yarns had some advents left over, mini yarn advents left over, ready for immediate dispatch. But of course Royal Mail have been on strike for a couple of days this week, so that's impacted on delivery. So it's not a problem at all. Cuddlebums were completely, you know, open and transparent about that it might not arrive in time, and that's okay, because when it does arrive, I'll have a couple of extra parcels to open, so I'm looking forward to that. Right, today is a day of preparation. I'm back at the Crochet Sanctuary tomorrow. It's a one-day workshop on Saturday. I travel the night before so that I don't have to get up ridiculously early and battle the Saturday morning traffic, which at this time of year is going to be pretty busy. Everybody, you know, going Christmas shopping. So I'll be travelling up tomorrow. And because obviously when I attend the Crochet Sanctuary I always take a Mrs. G Makes pop-up shop, I'm busy pulling everything together and making last minute bits and pieces. So that's my plan for the rest of the day. If I don't catch in with you, if I don't catch up with you again today, then thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on Vlogmas 2022, and join me again tomorrow for another unopening of Advent calendars. All right. Happy 1st of December, everybody.